I've been in need of a challenge. Over the last few weeks, I've been getting progressively more and more comfortable, but I believe that personal growth occurs outside of the comfort zone. So I began plotting some challenges to get me to push the boundaries. What did I come up with? Running 20 kilometers in one session. Hold on, there's some things you need to know first. My usual run is somewhere between 5 and 7 kilometers, and the furthest that I've ever run is 11 kilometers. So this 20 kilometers today is essentially doubling my previous record. And I have no idea how to train for something like this. I've done nothing different to my regular routine in terms of sleep and diet and exercise. All I've done is a 9-kilometer run 2 days ago, and I worry that might have made things worse than better for today's challenge. The first thing to do is to plot a course for the run. I know I want something that's a bit more cross-country in style. If I had to run 20 kilometers by doing the same circuit 50 times, I would get very bored very quickly. I want to see some scenery and get out into the world. So I found a park that's about 10 kilometers away, and I memorized the route, hopefully. And I also made sure there's some other parks and water stops along the way because hydration is important. This is not a flat course. On the way to the park, it's about 160 meters of elevation gain over the 10Ks, so it's mostly uphill with only one major downhill section. The trade-off is that on the way back, it's therefore mostly downhill, so it's a bit of give and take, but there's one hill in particular that's supposed to be quite steep and is right near the end of the 10 kilometers on the way up. That'll be a push. I'm guessing that a lot of this challenge is going to be about pushing myself to keep going when my brain and my body are telling me to stop. So I did a bit of research around mindsets and mentalities and techniques that people use to push through in stressful scenarios like this one so they can keep going. The first thing I found is the power of positive thinking. If I can try and reframe this run inside of my mind and make it fun and exciting instead of hard and scary, my body is likely to relax and to continue on. I also learned about the power of segmentation. Running 20 kilometers in one session sounds really daunting, but running 5 kilometers sounds kind of possible and is much easier to deal with. So I'm going to try and break this challenge down into segments. So instead of thinking I'm going to run 20 Ks, I've got to break it down into 2 5-kilometer segments, 1 4-kilometer segment, 2 2-kilometer segments, and 2 1-kilometer segments. And hopefully that'll help me to break this up and to make it seem more manageable to myself. And if the worst comes to the worst, I can segment it even further and just say things like, let me try and get to the next intersection or the next landmark I can see down the road. I believe that with a never give up mindset and some of these practical tools and techniques, any challenge can be overcome. But now it's time to put it to the test. I am not exactly looking forward to it. So I have this warm-up that I do before I go for a run, and I've never shown it in a video before with a breakdown, so I'll give you a breakdown today. First thing I do is a 2-minute squat hold, and I sort of shift my weight from left to right and forward to back. Then I do 15 of these lunge movements. Then I do 15 of these hamstring movements. I don't really know what any of these are actually called. I just saw a personal trainer one time and he told me to do this, and it's worked really well so far, so I kept doing it. But I'm by no means a professional. I have no idea what these are actually called in terms of the exercise name. And then I do some deep lunge movements and then some floor movements, and finally I do 10 toe touches, and then of course the same thing on the other leg. Okay, so I just finished the warm-ups, and I wanted to take this time to reflect on how I'm feeling before the run. I'm pretty nervous, actually. These last couple of days I've been building up this run, and it's become this huge monumental thing. I definitely did not sleep amazingly last night thinking about the prospect of running 20 kilometers today. I think I'm ready. The only thing left to do now is run. Oh man. Okay, let's go, come on. Come on. Almost forgot my hat. That could have been disastrous. All right, now we're ready. I don't want to start. I've been putting off starting for like 15 minutes. I just got to do it. I just got to start. Okay, here we go. First little hill. The uphill has started. Made up the first hill. At this point, we're 1 kilometer down, so about 19 to go. At this point, I was feeling really good. I was about 2 kilometers into the run and feeling optimistic about going the full 20 kilometers.
headed to the first road. I'm still jogging whilst I'm waiting for the light, don't worry.
I kept on running and I was still feeling good. The hills were well spaced, so I had a good balance of running uphill and then running downhill.
Alright, so I'm about to hit a big hill. I've been trying some positive self-talk, just telling myself that I'm fit and healthy and ready to conquer this. And yeah, I'm feeling good. Should be a little hill climb. We gotta be getting kind of close to like 4Ks maybe. Alright, let's climb this hill. Gonna have a water break here at this park. Oh, let's go. Yes. Perfect. All right. Whew. Onwards.
I knocked out a good few kilometers of running and stopped for another water break.
I'm appreciating these drink breaks.
After running a bit further on, I arrived at the big hill, the one that I predicted was going to be a challenge.
All right, now that is the hill. There's going to be a nice hill to run down later. Oh man.
I continued on, with only a couple more kilometers to the park.
So that's halfway. That is brilliant. Stoked on that. Feels good. 10K's down. 10 to go.
I allowed myself a short break at the park to rest for 5 minutes and have a drink. But then it was time to start the 10K journey back home. I retraced my steps up and down the hills as I made my way back towards home.
All right, the feet are starting to get a bit sore. I can feel them getting to get wrecked. I think I'm at about 11, 12Ks, somewhere in there. So I think this is now me breaking the record of the furthest I've ever run. Let's see how far we can take it. $15K's down, 5 to go. Muscles are really sore. I estimate we've got about 2Ks to go. I can feel a stitch coming on, so I'm literally like almost walking, trying to just get rid of it up this hill. Last hill, I'm almost walking, like actually, look at how slow my feet are moving. This stitch is gonna go. 1K to go. All familiar streets from here, all downhill, just slow and steady. One last push to the end. I'm so wrecked, guys. And done. Oh my goodness. Ah, everything hurts. Oh, I've got to keep walking or else I'm gonna stop. Oh my goodness. Oh, we did it.
So, long run?
20 kilometers.
20?
20.
Okay. I just called you. You think it's a long run? That was 3 hours.
3 hours. Oh, I need to sit down and eat lunch and have a drink and explode. No, that is ridiculously good. I count that as a victory. Nice. Feels good to sit down. Whew. I got a little bowl of nuts and dates and apricots and stuff. Just a little bit of a snack before I have a proper lunch. But I feel like I could like eat a horse at this point. I'm wrecked. Definitely got out of the comfort zone on that one. But I feel like my mental game has improved so much just from doing this one exercise. Pretty sure actual marathon runners are supposed to like eat food throughout, but I did zero research on this. So I have no idea. Every one of these tastes just like the most amazing food I've ever had. I have like salt on my face. Anyone knows anything about training for marathons and stuff, let me know in the comments what I did wrong and how I can fix it. Man, I feel so accomplished. So good, so good. Anyway, I'm gonna sit here, eat this, have a drink, have a shower, probably have some lunch, and then I'll give you some more refined thoughts on how this experiment went, how this challenge went, and what I learned from it. So it's the next morning, I got back from the run yesterday, I ate a lot of food, had a shower, and then pretty much just crashed. I slept very well last night. But I wanted to take some time to reflect on this challenge. I am really proud of myself for running the full 20 kilometers. I definitely thought that this would take multiple attempts, so to succeed on the first time, it was just a huge victory for me. I found the techniques of segmentation and positive thinking to be really effective. They're definitely techniques that I'll keep using going forward. Overall, I just feel very accomplished and super proud of myself. I've learned a lot about myself as well, and I think there are some lessons there that I can hopefully bring into other areas of my life as well. It was really good to get out of my comfort zone, and I'd encourage you to do the same. Set yourself a big challenge, use some of these techniques, and see if you can give it a crack. And if you do, let me know in the comments down below what you challenge yourself to do, and if these techniques helped you, I'd love to support you. Remember that growth only comes from outside of your comfort zone. Hopefully, this run and this challenge that I've set myself has inspired you to seek discomfort and to set your own challenges and to try hard things. Remember to never give up because you do have what it takes. Keep being your heroes, and I'll see you soon.